Hey everybody, Dan here. We're doing something real different today. I got the fireplace camera, I got my phone camera, and I have a first person shot here with my GoPro. So I wanted to walk you through a few of the things I do, just day-to-day stuff. So Firebox looks like it can use a little wood. Temperatures dropping under 300, well 2, which is, I try to keep it up in the target range. So got some wood here. I'm gonna burn some wood today. This is what it's all about, I tell you. But one thing I want to do first, I like to do this every once in a while, is I like to take this and measure the moisture content of the wood. Now I just brought this in from outside today. This morning actually. It's been snowing, pretty damp conditions, but it's fairly seasoned. 12.7, 12.5, looking good. 17 on the inside. I mean, that's normal. This is the side that was cut, right? This is what I cut recently, but I tell you what, it'll burn, that's for sure. I like doing it every once in a while, so. You know, 14.3 on the outside there. I can feel this inside's damp, though. Oh, yeah. 17.7. Good spot for that guy. I'm not too sure what this kind of wood is, but it's all kind of a mixed bag, and it's hard to tell because when I got it, none of it had any bark. It was all reject dimensional stuff. This one's looking great. Okay, this will burn up nice. That's they may have. Now I gotta watch this guy. It's gonna get close to the glass. I say that because one time last year I had a piece that was going from this side over, and it was sticking out just far enough that it pinched the glass and popped the whole panel, and there we go. Nice and tight lag. So that's loading up the wood burner. That'll take care of that. Now I have the dampers closed and the secondary air is fully open. The only other air port on this thing is right here. I hope I'm getting that. That hole feeds a tube that's right about the middle of this bar right here, but on the inside, that's what feeds the air to this. Now, there's no ash drawer on this, or a usable one, I'll say. There is one, like, that's an ash drawer, but it's terrible. It's awful. The expectation is you have one fire brick in the bottom that had an eye bolt in it, which got in the way every time you try to do anything. Well, at least it did for me. And you're supposed to pull that out, push everything into it, and then take the whole thing out. Well, that was really cumbersome. It wasn't practical. That's why I wound up getting that transfer shovel and a bucket. It's easier to just scoop everything out with a big shovel than it is to try to use what came from the factory. So there's that. Hey, these cameras are still here. Forgot about that. But this is interesting. And then this, the room we're sitting in, is what I affectionately refer to as the heat plant. There's a bathroom down there. The furnace room is right there. I try not to use that furnace ever. Hallway that goes down to the rest of the basement, because this is basement level. And then the upstairs is the exact same dimension. It's 1,800 square feet down here and upstairs. So this was all part of the design. There's an intake register over there. And this was all more or less designed to help push warm air throughout the entire house. Because it starts here, it travels all the way up the stairwell into the upstairs. That register pulls air into the master bedroom. That register pulls air into the mudroom, which was one of the coldest spots in the house. So yeah, it was quite an undertaking finishing this. I did everything but finish the drywall. It's pretty easy to do once you get rolling with it. The slider was not here. I put that in the same time I finished the rest of the basement, knowing I was going to put a wood burner right here. When I finished the basement for the drywall and everything up, I made sure to have the proper wall thimble for that double wall stainless steel pipe that goes out into a 90 straight up. There's one slight 15-degree offset to miss, so I can miss the gutter, and then straight up into a, because I also added this magic heat. It still stays just as clean as this did last year. I burnt 6 cord of wood last season. It was mostly green. None of it was really well seasoned, especially not like this. And I barely had a 1/4 inch of buildup at any point throughout the chimney because I ran a borescope through it just to see what we were talking at, because I knew I'd burned a bunch of questionable wood. And yeah, it was easy. I just took a brush and went whoop, whoop, and it was done. So I'll walk through that process at some point in the future. But yeah, that's getting her loaded up. What else? This is the heat plant. That's kind of how the heat distributes throughout the house through a couple of those registers. And actually, this was an unintended consequence. A lot of the hot air rushes down that hallway right there. A lot of cold air files in back through the bathroom because it's a pass-through. It's open on either end. So a lot of cold air returns here, and you can feel it sometimes coming over this half wall. There's a full kitchen on this side over here, so that's neat. The warren, I didn't really intend for that to happen, but it just did. Hot air mostly goes out here, and then a lot of cool air returns through this way, and it creates a really nice effect. Warms a lot of the walls on the inside of the house. So radiant heat and warming the structure. This concrete is warm underneath my feet. Even after that fire goes out, this concrete will stay warm for a good while. And another reason I like to call this the heat plant is it gets full sun all day long. Just because of where they put this slider in on the house, in the winter especially, when the sun comes up low and to the south, this is getting sunlight over here all day long. As the sun goes up and over and out, then this is in the sun up until sunset. This room gets sunlight as long as the sun's in there, even in the summer. But that's why I just had that curtain to shut that off. And on a sunny day alone, this whole house heats because it's all south-facing. It's a big ranch, right? It's all south-facing. This is a whole, this is a half walkout level. Past this half here, it's all walkout. So as long as the sun is full on this house, it heats itself. And this just helps. I can have this cold and still raise the temperature of the house to, a mid-70s even, with no effort. So this is all very much by design to get to this point. There is one project I might bring you guys along for, is the heating trunk for the HVAC system runs in this side right here. This side is open. I can run another trunk underneath this drop ceiling all the way down. Now the goal wouldn't be to run a whole nother trunk, but maybe just hook a few more of those registers up, a couple more fans to heat the bedrooms directly from the heat plant. Because it gets hot down here. This makes heat. This room makes heat. That's its job. But I know it's been a few days since I uploaded anything, so I wanted to get something out there. And I've been really meaning to kind of bring you guys along and show you guys what this is all about. Burning, right? Burning with Dano. This is the heat plant. This is what gave me the idea for the channel, is that I just feel like, a simple activity, even like burning wood, a lot of people would find interesting. And then I saw in the online community, there's a lot of people already involved in that kind of stuff. But I just feel like I did a few things that have been unique, a little outside the box, but also very beneficial. And I want to start bringing everybody along for the ride. So, all right, well, I got other things to do today. And believe it or not, I'm actually pretty busy. I try to fit this stuff in where I can. And on top of editing, I don't even do a good job at editing. I really don't have any good editing software. But even sometimes that's keeping me up into the night, just because there's so much I try to edit and do, and with the limited resources I have, it just takes longer. So, yeah, there's that. I'm going to start cutting these videos off, and I'll probably get this out later. It's December 9th.